Yeah, don't go yet, right? Because we all know that what we feel right now in the air, I want you just to pause for a moment and to really take that in. Because you're not going to find that too many places, right? The feeling of love, unification, harmony, fun, joy. You don't find that every day, so let's just pause and take that in. And then let's take that and let's send that wherever you feel it needs to go. So I'm going to ask you to send it to a couple of places. One, I'm going to ask you to send it not just to Standing Rock, but everywhere that there is a Standing Rock. Yeah. Because some of us on this stage and some of you out there have been there. And I might just be going back in a few weeks, and I'm going to take this vision with me if and when I do that. And I'm also going to ask you to put your blessing into anyone that you see tomorrow, if you're in this community through Waimea, going to Honoka'a, that's wearing a white headband like Michael and I am. Michael of the Winnemem Wintu came over here from Redding, California to run with us for 4 days. And if you haven't seen us on the road, today after Havani and I opened, we actually left and went to run with the runners from Kona past Anaiho Omalu all the way to Kohala. And you know why we're running? We're running for 4 days for peace. We're running in this time of Makahiki. We're running for Lono, the deity of peace and fertility and agriculture and the earth. So tomorrow, if you see us running through Mahukona area, running here to the statue, running over the mountain road into Waimea, running down Mud Lane across of Lakeland to Waipio, and ending, that's right, if you're out, you're going to hear me, and I'm going to be doing a prayer, and I'm going to ask you all to do that with me. But before we do that, I'm going to ask Michael to come up and close with the prayer of his people. Because just recently, Nako and I, and some of the band members, and maybe some of you, participated with them in a run for salmon. And I'm not sure if you heard of that. It was in California, and we did a 2-week prayer vigil to bring the salmon back to the McLeod River. And so Michael is here now to run with us, because isn't that what we do? We show up for one another, we stand up for one another, and we speak out for one another. So before we close with the prayer, and before we leave here in the highest way possible by being kind to one another, the way we leave this place is an indication of who we really are, and that we speak and we act and we do for the earth as we do for each other. So Michael, will you take us out, please? with us, and I'm just going to ask you to repeat after me. And if we were in the run tomorrow, we'd be yelling, we'd be screaming, we'd be saying this out loud so that even Standing Rock could hear, because this is where I learned that. But I'm going to ask you to whisper it with me, because we're going into the deep dark. And we want to leave here in a manner where we are compassionate to one another and we are still in the prayer. So when you leave here, everyone, please leave in the prayer. So I'm just going to ask you to send this blessing out. I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. We run.
We run.
For our brothers.
For our brothers.
For our sisters.
For our sisters.
One nation.
One nation.
For all people.
For all people.
For our mountains.
For our mountains.
And our waters.
And our waters.
And all lands.
And all lands.
And for our ways.
For our ways.
We run.
We run.
We run.
We run.
We run.
We run.
I'm looking at all of you out there. And I'm so proud to be standing with all of you, and so are we all, that we get to say, like tonight, we had the time of our lives. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Love you, Pua!
You know I love you guys.
Can we get a ho? Nice and loud. One more time. A ho. One more time. A ho. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Please take this prayer out to the four corners, all across the island, all across the world. We wanted to bring the prayer home so that you guys could send it back out. And just remember, you guys are the leaders. You guys are the activists that have the power. The power is in you to share with your sphere of influence, your family, your friends, your ohana. So please spread the prayer out to the families all across the nations. And let's continue this work to gather the nations. Mahalo. Mahalo for supporting this tonight's event. So grateful to you all. So grateful. Stay tuned. And we love you. We love you.